Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome to the reboot of the World of Sports Network. My name is Luke, and today we are going to be doing March Madness predictions starting with UConn and Stetson. We're going to go UConn. FAU Northwestern. Northwestern's favored, but I think just FAU has so much talent, both overseeded teams and everything like that. San Diego State, UAB. San Diego State should win this game. Jaden Lee's such a good player, and they just have such a good defense that usually I would think would stop these upset bids. That's kind of what happened last year when they faced Charleston. But I'm gonna go UAB anyway, which is probably gonna bite me in the ass, but still. Auburn, Yale, gonna go Auburn there pretty easily. BYU, Duquesne. I really do want to pick Duquesne, but I don't think Duquesne has the scores, like individual scores. Day Grant's a great player, but BYU has been amazing all year. They kind of fell off a little bit. I'm pretty sure they would have been a 5 seed, but they can't play on Sunday, so that's why Gonzaga's a 5 over them. Illinois, Morehead State. I'm tempted to pick Morehead State, not for funny name reasons, not for any troll, but because Riley Minix is such a good player, and I think when these smaller teams have really good players, you saw a couple years ago with Max A. Smith and all of that. Other examples, R.J. Hunter for Georgia State, C.J. McCollum for Lehigh. Those are the teams that are making these upset bids, but I'm still gonna go Illinois. Washington State, Drake. I think they both got such a bad draw having to play each other. Washington State has been the best story in college basketball, but I think I gotta pick Drake. Iowa State, South Dakota State. I'm gonna pick Iowa State. No 15, no 15, 16 upsets. I'm gonna predict. We'll go first round. I think. Continue through. Houston, no Fallis name upset with Longwood here. A&M and Nebraska are really good. Both have great guard play. A&M can rebound the ball really well, but Nebraska can just shoot the lights out, and that's so important in March. This is such a big prediction upset, but I think Wisco is hot, but not too hot that I think they'll falter. They played so well in the Big Ten tournament, they look like the 2 seed Wisco they were in from January. And James Madison is really good too, but I'm still gonna pick Wisconsin. This is also an upset I want to pick, but I saw a thing. No Ken Palm top 10 team has ever lost in the first round when they're a 4 seed, and that's both Auburn and Duke in this situation. So I'll go Duke, and I think for Duke match as well against Vermont, if they had a team like McNeese, Grand Canyon, kind of bigger, more athletic teams, I think they could have lost because they're kind of soft. You saw that against NC State, but Vermont's a fine matchup for them. I think NC State is just run and winning 6 straight postseason games. That's not something you do, especially as a team projected outside of the tournament. This is also an upset I want to pick, but I think Kentucky just has too much firepower. Florida got really underseeded. Not really. They would have been a 6 seed, maybe a 5 seed, but they were underseeded, being a 7. But I think Boise and Colorado also were. I don't know. I'm gonna predict Colorado wins tonight. This video may be out before or after. I don't know. And I think Colorado's talent was KJ Simpson be the Pac-12 Player of the Year. Not even thought of it being one of the best players coming, or well, yes, one of the best players, but one of the top 2 with Cody Williams and Tristan Da Silva. That's just a really talented Colorado team, and I'm gonna go Marquette. Next, Purdue is not happening again. TCU I think is too athletic for Utah State. Utah State underseeded also. Great story, first year head coach, lost all their players, but I really like TCU's big 3. I think TCU is really way just too athletic for them. I have to pick McNeese. It just has to be done. Gonzaga, it's a really bad draw to get Gonzaga because Gonzaga could make a run all the way to here, all the way to here. They have the talent to do that, but I don't think so. Kansas, Kevin McCullough's out. Hunter Dickinson, who knows? But give me Sanford. And then another upset here, we're going to go Oregon. Nafali Dante may just be the best player in this tournament. Not really, but he was playing like that at Pac-12 tournament. He won 41 for 47. He won 12 for 12 in the Pac-12 championship. He's the reason I'm going to pick Oregon. Also, South Carolina, kind of lucky, kind of whatever you could say about them. Creighton, Akron, Creighton. Texas, Colorado State. Colorado State played really well last night against Virginia, but who won it? Give me Texas. Tennessee is not, again, that's just not happening. North Carolina, Wagner, Carolina. This is a really good game, and this is the first game, which is cool. Mississippi State really big at athletic. I saw them in person, and they look really, really good in person. And then Michigan State, kind of lucky to be in here and kind of got whatever, but they're so talented and well coached. Give me Michigan State. This is the most popular upset Probably maybe besides McNeese, and I can't see it. St. Mary's has way too much. They have NBA talent. They have great defense. Just a hard team, a hard nosed team. Love their shooting too. I think St. Mary's wipes. Alabama, too much scoring. Clemson, New Mexico. I think New Mexico actually. This is definitely the most popular upset, and I'm gonna keep it. Give me Baylor. Um, Again, another popular upset, but I'm a big Dayton guy. I have been on the Dayton bandwagon for like pretty much the entire year, so I don't think they're gonna get to be a first round exit. They could be though. And then give me Arizona. Next we're gonna go up here. I'm tempted. I'm really tempted to pick FAU because again, they have Final Four talent, but and it's been what since I don't even know the last time. It's been like 7 or 8 years since the last time a defending champion has made it out of a first weekend. But I think UConn's just too good. Give me Auburn over UAB. This one I'm also tempted. I'm tempted to pick BYU here, but Illinois is Illinois is really good. Terrence Shannon Jr. is like the top like 10 player in the tournament. This is my big upset. Drake. Why? Why not? No, but usually these 2 seeds or top 3 seeds that were unranked to start have struggled. Like literally, they have never made the Final Four, or maybe once. But this is Sweet 16. This is round of 32 exit we're talking about. Drake has a lot of talent, especially for MVC school. So I'm just gonna pick Drake again. It's kind of like when I made my initial bracket on Sunday, I kind of saw it and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna pick that, and I've stuck to it. We'll go here. I feel like Nebraska could outshoot Houston. This is like if I'm a Houston picker, I am super scared of playing Nebraska because of just how well they could shoot the ball, and that's the type of teams that will take out Houston. Is what happened last year versus Miami, but I'm still gonna go Houston. Wisco, Duke is soft. Wisco, Steven Crowell is gonna fucking eat them alive, and play really good defense. Chucky Hepburn is like the best perimeter defender in all of college basketball. He gets a lot of hate too, but like I think he's just such a dog. I really like this Wisconsin team. Texas Tech, Kentucky is again so much talent there. Colorado, I feel like Colorado could be Marquette. I don't know if Boise can. I think Florida could be Marquette too, but I'm still gonna pick Marquette. I don't think they lose in a round of 32 twice as a 2 seed. Next, Purdue over TCU, McNeese over Stanford. I'm gonna pick Creighton and Tennessee. I feel like there's less to talk about with these ones. I feel like Michigan State can beat North Carolina. I'm kind of tempted to pick that, but I'm not. I'm gonna pick North Carolina. I think North Carolina, when I've watched them, they've kind of like look like the best team in the country. They don't shoot it great. RJ Davis shoots it great, but they get a lot of rebounds, which matters a lot. And they have RJ Davis, Elliot Cadeau is really tough buckets, but they could out rebound any team. They could out hustle any team, and I think that really matters. Give me St. Mary's again. That's just a team that's gonna just stop Alabama versus any Big Ten hard nosed team. Yeah, Big Ten team. Yeah, I feel like that could they could really get Alabama, and so I'm just gonna have Bama out here. I think New Mexico and Baylor have the chance to be the best game in the tournament. This game is going to be so high scoring. Elite guard play with Jalen Howes, Ray J. Dennis, and Jacoby Walter. But I'm going to pick New Mexico. They can make a run. They can make a here run. They can make a here run. They can also make just a here run. But I'm gonna go with New Mexico. Give me Arizona over Dade. And now for the Sweet 16, we're gonna go Auburn. Auburn, elite defensively. They could score. The only thing that Auburn can't do is they don't have volume 3-point shooters, like volume 3-point shooters who make it. Shaheen Holloway I don't think he has a great percentage. I should have probably looked it up before this, but he's the only one who shoots at volume. They don't have a single player who makes 2 3-pointers a game, which I think is concerning. But I just want to talk about UConn, and this is maybe being a slave to trends, March Madness trends, and a 1 seed hasn't won it all in forever. Overall, number 1 seed, that is. Defending champion, not since 2007. Also, UConn is really hot going into this tournament, and you can see it like a Wichita State in 2014, Kentucky in 2015. That's Gonzaga. Know these are humongous examples of teams that literally went undefeated in the regular season conference tournament, and then all the way up to where they lost in the tournament. But they just do not win. And I know UConn is not that hot, but they're at a level where they're too hot, I think, to win it. And UConn, I think, is the only flawless team. Because I can point out flaws for every team. UConn, obviously, they have minor flaws, but not big enough that I could say that they are easily the most talented team in the tournament. And they're an easy trend breaker because the 2011 UConn team and the 2014 UConn team has done that. But I would probably say UConn's still a Final Four team in a lot of regions with a lot of teams, but I think Auburn is just one of the teams that could knock them off this early. So I'm going to pick Auburn. And then I'm going to go Illinois over Drake. I don't think Drake makes that big of a run. Next, I think Wisco could do it, but I don't know. I think Houston matches up well against them. And then this is also a game I've gone back and forth with, but Kentucky's defense is just way too bad. And if Tyler Kolek's fully healthy, that's it. I think Marquette can make a great run here. And he is playing versus Western Kentucky. I did the research on that. This would be funny. It would be funny for McNeese to beat Purdue, but I'm gonna go Purdue. I think this would actually be the great bit of tournament. I've loved Tennessee the whole year. I thought Tennessee was gonna win it most of the year, but now they're losing in the quarterfinals, and then they lost their game to Kentucky. It's not home. It's not. I'm kind of off the Tennessee bandwagon. So I'm gonna go Creighton. I feel like Creighton would make the Final Four in a lot of reasons, and with Purdue, I'm just gonna say I am picking Purdue in the Final Four. I think if Creighton was here, I would probably pick them in the Final Four, but I'm going to pick Purdue in the Final Four. North Carolina, St. Mary's. Again, I don't know. I feel like North Carolina could lose. Once they make it out of the first round, they can lose in any round, but I'm going to go not St. Mary's, North Carolina still. New Mexico could do it, but I'm going to pick Arizona. I have a lot of confidence in Arizona. Next, Auburn, Illinois. Give me Auburn. Yeah, give me Auburn. Not that I don't know. I really, really, really like Auburn. Underseeded SEC champ. Just give me them like 2019. Yeah. Houston, Marquette. I'm gonna go Marquette because they play, with Tyler Kolek injured, they still look like a really good team, and with Tyler Kolek, they really are a really good team. And I feel like there's just gonna be a team that shoots the lights out of Houston, and Houston's just gonna lose. Houston could lose at any time, and I'm gonna have it in the Elite Eight. Next, Purdue, Creighton. I said I'm gonna have Purdue, but Creighton scares me. If I'm a Purdue fan, Purdue picker, whatever, Purdue better. Creighton scares the life out of me just because I think Kalkbrenner is the most fit person to guard Zach Edey straight up in the entirety of college basketball. And I really like Baylor Scheibert. I love Creighton. And I really think it's sad that I have them in the Purdue region because I would have them win in any other region. North Carolina, Arizona. Give me Arizona. Arizona's so talented. They have a lot of metrics that fit them. A lot of trends fit them. So I think Arizona is maybe my most confident to make the Final Four, which is kind of crazy. Final Four time, gonna go Arizona. I think Auburn could definitely make it, but I'm gonna go Arizona here. Next up, I'm gonna go Purdue, and then in the national championship, I'm picking Purdue to win it, and I'll talk about Purdue. The only thing that scares me is Purdue is their name. Which, last 3 years, they've lost to double-digit seeds. And then they have turnovers. That's the statistic one. They have a negative turnover differential, which is not good. But I'm going to look at other contenders. I talked about UConn trends. I talked about Houston just can't shoot the three. Also have a bad half-court offense. They're kind of slow, but not slow enough that I think that's the reason I'm picking them, slow pace. Because they're efficient. They're efficient enough even with their slow pace. But they score most of their stuff on transition. They're the number one defense in all of college basketball. They're number one at forcing turnovers too. So that's why I would think Houston would beat Purdue. But in this situation, Houston is not playing Purdue. we'll go North Carolina. I just don't think they shoot. Again, they don't shoot the ball well enough. I mean, R.J. Davis does, but they don't really have like a lot of like other 3-point shooters. They're all decent, but I don't think they're good enough. Arizona is the other one I think could actually win it. I really think Arizona could win this. I think Tommy Lloyd may just be too inexperienced as a head coach, and that's really why I'm not gonna pick Arizona here. Who other contenders? I think Creighton. I don't know if Creighton can win it, but I think Creighton can beat Purdue. Tennessee, I mean, they're just not playing great basketball right now. And does that stick? I don't know, but that's why I'm kind of like having them here in the Sweet 16, even though I think this could be a Final Four team, maybe a national championship team. Other contenders, Iowa State. It's a lot of people are on Iowa State bandwagon. I'm so off the Iowa State bandwagon. I think Iowa State's such a good team, but I'm just not gonna pick Iowa State. I think that's my big, really against the grain upset. Marquette could win it. They're experienced. They have talent. I don't know, but I just don't think they will. Auburn could. Auburn absolutely could. I mean, they're low seed, but still. But the conference champion winning, and then you win and then I think people don't realize you have to win. Auburn had to win like what 3 games, 3 games straight to win the conference tournament, and now they have to go win 6 to win the NCAA tournament. That's a lot. That's a lot to have to ask for. So that's why conference champions don't win. That's a lot of winning in a row in postseason games. So even 6, even winning the entire thing, that's a lot to win. Final team we'll talk about. Duke is not winning it. A lot of people pick Duke is not winning it. Kentucky, they just don't play good enough defense. It's such a good offense, such a fun offense, but they just don't pick it up good enough defense for me. So that's why the turnovers is if Purdue limits the turnovers, I think they win it, and if Purdue gets out of their own way, I think they win it. So, but it's gonna be wrong, and Purdue's gonna lose in the first round. I'm gonna cry anyway. That's why my bracket is literally called "Please Don't Lose in the First Round." But thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this reboot of Will the Sports podcast goes well, and thank you.